Good morning. Thank you for joining this presentation. In visual cultural education, we face a persistent challenge. Students come with various analytical backgrounds, some with advanced formal analysis skills, while others, equally perceptive, struggle to articulate their visual insights using academic frameworks. Today, I'll present research that began as an investigation into AI-assisted visual analysis, but evolved into something more fundamental, a study that challenges core assumptions about learning progression and educational assessment in a digital age. My findings show that AI integration not only enhances existing pedagogical approaches, but also reveals their limitations, suggesting fundamentally different educational possibilities. I will share discoveries that could reshape our understanding of visual cultural education, examining pedagogical challenges, methodology, key findings, and exploring a significant paradox that questions traditional assumptions about sequential learning and assessment. Traditional visual cultural pedagogy assumes a sequential approach to knowledge building. Students must master fundamental concepts before progressing to advanced theoretical frameworks. This approach creates significant disparities between students who have developed analytical vocabularies and those encountering formal analysis for the first time. In my courses, students come from diverse disciplinary backgrounds. Some possess sophisticated frameworks from prior art history or media studies coursework, while others bring fresh perspectives but lack the formal analytical language expected in academic visual cultural discourse. My findings revealed that AI fundamentally changed how students approach visual analysis, suggesting that traditional prerequisite structures might be artifacts of instructional methodology rather than necessity for learning. My central research question was, how does AI-assisted visual analysis enhance students' interpretation of images? This investigation focused on understanding the specific mechanisms through which AI tools influence analytical processes in visual cultural education. Rather than simply determining whether AI helps, preliminary evidence suggested it does. I sought to examine how it transforms students' engagements with visual materials and what this transformation reveals about learning in AI-integrated environments. Current scholarship positions AI as a collaborative partner rather than a passive tool. Park characterized AI as a creative collaborator that catalyzes human development, while Wan et al. Demonstrate enhanced analytical processes through improved data processing and user intention recognition. Mazzone and Algamo advocate for genuine human-AI creative partnerships, where AI manages the mechanical aspects of analysis, enabling deeper human engagements with critical interpretation. Empirical studies provide nuanced insights. Carbino and Hassan found that AI effectively enhanced formal analysis skills, with success correlating to precision in descriptive language. Perella and Moroshi offer a provocative perspective, positioning AI's analytical limitations as a productive sites for understanding the constructed nature of visual interpretation, what they term institutional critique 2.0. These findings suggest that existing frameworks, including the TPAC model, may be inadequate for AI's transformative impact on creative and analytical tasks. This mixed method study involves 79 undergraduate students over 2 semesters using a 3-phase protocol. Phase 1, students analyzed personally meaningful images using traditional methods. Phase 2, AI assistance, was introduced to explore how images function as sources of pleasure and sites of ideological contestation. Phase 3, integration of AI-generated insights with personal meaningful interpretations. Students completed surveys combining Likert scale assessments across 5 dimensions with open-ended responses regarding their AI collaboration experience. Participants represented typical undergraduate diversity in the region. 60% female, 40% male, with various cultural backgrounds. They were all enrolled in the Introduction to Critical Visual Culture, a sophomore level course emphasizing systematic visual analysis. Crucially, participants reported diverse prior knowledge levels. 30.4% poor or very poor understanding, 29.1% average familiarity, and 40.5% good or excellent prior knowledge. Quantitative results revealed complex patterns. Usability scores highest, mean 4.3 out of 5, with 84.8% rating AI tools as easy to use. Engagements and motivation received positive ratings, means 3.8 and 3.82, with 67.1% finding AI-assisted assignments more engaging than traditional approaches. However, perceived educational value, mean 3.38, and improvement in understanding, mean 3.28, fell within moderate ranges. The data revealed a significant paradox. Moderate self-reported improvement coupled with enthusiastic recommendations for continuous use. This contradiction challenges traditional assumptions in educational assessments. Qualitative analysis illuminated this paradox. Students valued AI not for dramatic skill enhancements, but for transforming their analytical experience. Representative responses include: AI helped me understand the connection between the real world and the picture, and it changed my perspective on AI entirely. It managed to explain what I have already associated with it. The pattern was consistent. Students appreciate gaining alternative perspectives and identifying overlooked details rather than fundamental analytical skill changes. They experienced a qualitative shift in analytical engagements, learning differently rather than simply learning more. This suggests that traditional learning methods might be inadequate for assessing AI-integrated educational experiences. The most significant finding: the relationship between prior knowledge and improvements with AI assistance was essentially zero. This challenges fundamental educational assumptions about prerequisite structures and sequential curricula. Students with poor initial preparation achieved meaningful improvements at rates equivalent to those with strong foundations. Remarkably, 88% of students with poor prior knowledge succeeded with AI assistance. Engaging theoretical frameworks typically reserved for advanced coursework. These findings have profound implications for educational equity. If prior knowledge doesn't predict improvements with AI assistance, traditional course sequences require fundamental reconsiderations. Qualitative analysis revealed consistent themes regarding AI-human collaboration. 26% of students specifically mentioned AI's provision of alternative perspectives they have overlooked. For example, the AI also brought new perspectives and expanded upon them. This added detail to my original analysis that I initially overlooked. However, 14.6% identify significant limitations in AI's emotional analysis capabilities. For example, one student mentioned, AI cannot truly analyze the emotional impacts the image had on me without being prompted. These limitations proved instructive rather than disappointing. Students develop a nuanced understanding of both AI capabilities and human interpretive uniqueness. One participant noted, "It changed my perspective on AI entirely. I initially underestimated its ability to notice what I have observed already, until it proved me wrong." Students recognize the complementary rather than competitive relationship between AI and human interpretation. This research mapped distinct boundaries between computational and human intelligence in visual interpretation, revealing complementary rather than competing capabilities. AI exhibits superiority in analytical mechanics, pattern recognition, formal analysis, technical vocabulary, historical contextualization, and theoretical framework application. It offers instant access to compositional techniques, historical context, and semiotic frameworks with consistency and breadth that exceed most human analysts. Human capabilities focus on experiential engagements, emotional resonance, personal connection, intuitive cultural understanding, and lived meaning-making. These represent fundamentally different modes of visual engagements. Where AI analyzes systematically, humans experience subjectively. Optimal visual analysis arises from strategic combinations of these distinct strengths. As one student observed, while art revolves around feelings, it is impossible to ask a robot to give feedback about something it has no experience knowing of. AI's most significant contribution to visual analysis may be clarifying what makes human interpretation irreplaceable. By efficiently managing analytical mechanics, technique identification, theoretical referencing, and vocabulary provision, AI creates space for humans to focus on exclusively human, such as emotional engagements, personal connection, and experiential meaning-making. This division enhances, not diminishes, human capacity. Students consistently report feelings more distinctly human when collaborating with AI, understanding their unique value precisely because computational limitations highlight irreplaceable human capabilities. The capacity for emotional responses to visual material, personal experiential connections, and intuitive cultural understanding through lived reality remains exclusively human domains. Educators should embrace AI as a collaborative partners, focusing instruction on uniquely human capabilities. Curricula should assume universal AI assets, highlighting emotional intelligence, cultural navigation, and personal meaning-making. Assignments must explicitly require students to challenge and expand AI interpretations. Institutions must ensure equitable AI access. As an educational imperative, faculty development should extend beyond technical training to include pedagogical transformation. New assessment frameworks must prioritize human insights over mechanical analysis. Most critically, institutions should recognize participation in fundamental educational transformation rather than mere technology adoption. This requires institutional courage and imagination to develop genuinely new pedagogical approaches. We have reached a transformative moment in visual cultural education. AI integration reveals limitations in existing pedagogical models while pointing toward fundamentally different educational possibilities. This technology democratizes access to sophisticated analytical tools while clarifying the uniquely human capacities that remain irreplaceable. The educational impact of AI necessitates reimagining fundamental assumptions about learning, teaching, and human capability. Though challenging, this transformation presents unprecedented opportunities for more equitable and meaningful visual cultural education. Thank you.